Once you cross the age of 60, air travel quietly begins to shift in your favor, but nobody tells you this. It's as if a silent doorway opens inside airports across Europe, America, and Asia, offering advantages built into their systems. Advantages that can save you money, cut hours off your journey, and make every step of your trip far more comfortable. Yet almost no senior traveler even knows these privileges exist. Airlines won't highlight them, airports won't display them, and travel agencies? They'd rather sell you an expensive upgrade than reveal what you already qualify for. So, these benefits stay hidden in small print policies, while millions of travelers over 60 continue paying extra, standing in long lines, and missing out on services designed specifically for them. Here's the catch. These perks don't automatically activate the moment you turn 60. You must ask for them. You must know where to look. Those who ask enjoy smoother, faster, more comfortable travel. Those who stay silent simply don't. In the next sections, you're about to uncover 10 little-known rights that senior travelers can claim immediately, some of them even before you leave for the airport. And the difference between knowing these rules and ignoring them? Time saved, stress avoided, and hundreds of dollars kept in your own pocket. 10. Hidden airport services nobody talks about. At major international airports, there is a quiet system of senior-friendly services built specifically for travelers over 60, yet almost nobody uses them. They don't show up on signboards, they're not mentioned in your booking confirmation, and even the staff at check-in won't bring them up unless you ask directly. But they exist, silently waiting for the traveler who knows the magic words. Picture this. No standing in long, chaotic lines, no struggling with security checks, no dragging luggage across endless hallways. Instead, someone walks beside you, handles your bags, guides you through the airport, and takes you straight to your gate calmly and comfortably. And the surprising part? You don't need a medical certificate, you don't need a disability note, you don't need proof of anything, just your age and your request. These programs were created to protect older travelers from exhaustion, reduce confusion in huge terminals, and make sure every senior passenger reaches their plane safely and with dignity. So if they're designed for seniors, why have you never heard of them? Because they require more staff, more coordination, and more resources from the airport. And the fewer people who use these services, the easier it is for the system. That's why they stay hidden behind polite silence. But the moment you step up and ask, even with one simple line, everything changes. Do you offer senior assistance? From that moment forward, the entire experience shifts. Wheelchair support, electric buggies, priority security lanes, faster check-ins, escorted boarding, all available and in many airports completely free. Stay silent and you'll walk right past these benefits without ever knowing they belong to you. Speak up and you unlock a smoother, easier journey designed specifically for your age group. The rule is simple. Those who don't ask, don't receive. And every trip you take without claiming these advantages is comfort you give up and fatigue you never needed to experience.
9. The hidden trick to free better seats. Most travelers believe better seats always cost extra, but airlines quietly do something they hope you never notice. Just a few hours before departure, they reset the entire seating map, releasing seats that were blocked all day, including front rows, aisles, and premium spots. No upgrades, no loyalty points, just timing. And here's the part nobody talks about. During this reshuffle, passengers over 60 are often tagged as ideal candidates. Calm, predictable, low risk. Exactly the people airlines prefer to place in better positioned seats. But almost everyone misses this opportunity for one simple reason. They check in too early. When you check in 24 hours before the flight, the system locks your position. But the best seats only unlock later. Meanwhile, the people who wait a little longer end up getting the upgrades without spending a single euro. The real opportunity opens 3 to 5 hours before takeoff. That's when the algorithm quietly releases the good seats. Log in during that window and you may suddenly see aisle seats, windows, or front row spots appear, all free. No convincing the agent, no begging for an upgrade, just smart timing. It may feel unfair, but it's completely legal, and it works, because the best seat doesn't always go to the person who pays more. Sometimes it goes to the traveler who knows exactly when to act. So before your next flight, don't rush your check-in. Wait for the hidden window and claim a seat most passengers never even knew existed.
8. The senior baggage rule airlines don't advertise. Every year, senior travelers hand over money in baggage fees they never needed to pay. Not because they packed too much, but because airlines hide a little-known reality. Many carriers give extra baggage allowance to passengers over 60, but they never highlight this in their emails or ads. Instead, they bury it deep inside their terms and conditions, hidden in paragraphs no one ever reads. Some airlines in Europe and Asia list it under senior policies. Others only mention it when you directly ask at the counter. And that's the secret. You have to ask for it. Frequent travelers say that one simple question has saved them 50 to 100 euros on a single ticket. Online check-in, airport counter, or customer support, it doesn't matter where you ask. What matters is that you do. Why keep this hidden? Because airlines make billions from baggage fees. The fewer people who are aware of this benefit, the more they profit. So before your next trip, check your airline's official website and search for senior policy or special passenger rules. Even if nothing appears, still ask, because the most valuable benefits are usually the ones companies never promote, and this one alone could save you enough for another ticket. 7. The free airport assistance most seniors don't know about. Most travelers think airport assistance is only meant for people with medical issues or wheelchair needs. But here's what nearly everyone gets wrong. Almost every major airport offers free assistance to passengers over 60, and you don't need any medical proof to use it. This service includes wheelchairs, electric carts, priority support, and even a personal guide who escorts you from check-in all the way to your gate. It's not a luxury, it's a right built into airport policy. Yet millions of senior travelers walk long, exhausting distances every day simply because they don't know this exists. Airports rarely promote it because offering it widely means more employees, more time, and more resources. So they stay silent. But those who request it glide through the airport without stress, saving energy and avoiding long walks through huge terminals. These services were specifically created to prevent fatigue, accidents, and confusion for older travelers. Here's the reality. If you don't ask, they won't offer. Next time you travel, choose special assistance when checking in, or tell the staff, "I'd like assistance for senior passengers." It's not a favor, it's your right, and it can transform a tiring journey into a completely calm and comfortable experience.
6. Senior-only discounts that never show up online. People believe booking online guarantees the cheapest flight, but that's actually one of the biggest myths in travel, especially for anyone over 60. What comparison sites show you is only half the truth. They display the standard fare, not the senior fare, because those platforms don't know your age. So they simply assume you'll pay full price. But the moment you switch to the airline's official website, enter your date of birth, or tick the senior passenger box, a different world appears. Suddenly, fares drop. Many airlines quietly offer 10 to 25% discounts, cheaper seat selection, priority boarding, or flexible cancellation. But none of these benefits show up on Skyscanner, Expedia, or Google Flights. And this silence isn't an accident. It's strategic. More than 70% of eligible senior travelers never receive these discounts, not because they don't qualify, but because they never activated the senior filter or didn't ask at the counter. Airlines gain millions every year from benefits that go unclaimed. Some carriers even offer senior fares only by phone, never online. So before you confirm any booking, pause for a moment. Go directly to the airline website, Search senior fare, senior passenger, or special discounts. If nothing appears, call customer support and ask one simple question. Do you offer senior pricing? You'll be surprised how many discounts stay hidden until you speak up. 5. The priority boarding rule airlines don't announce. If you've ever stood in a long boarding line watching elite members breeze past, here's a secret airlines almost never say aloud. Many carriers quietly allow passengers over 60 to board early, but only if they request it. This privilege doesn't show up on boarding passes. It's almost never mentioned during announcements. Yet inside the airline's internal system, there's a flag ready to be activated the moment a senior traveler asks for it. Why so hidden? Because early boarding slows the process and requires extra attention, so airlines keep it discreet, waiting for you to initiate the request. At check-in or at the gate, all it takes is one sentence. Is priority boarding available for senior passengers? In most cases, the agent can upgrade your boarding group instantly. No fees, no special membership, no explanation. And this small early entry changes everything. You avoid the crowd, you store your luggage in peace, you settle into your seat before the chaos begins. You skip the pushing, rushing, and stress completely. Ironically, this is one of the easiest rights to claim, yet almost no one uses it simply because the system expects you to know the code. Now you do.
4. Free snacks and drinks seniors can still get on board. There's a quiet truth behind the service cart that airlines never advertise. Not everything on the menu actually requires payment, at least not for passengers over 60 who know how to ask respectfully. Cabin crew are often allowed to offer complimentary drinks and light snacks to senior travelers as a courtesy. Coffee, tea, juice, crackers, biscuits, small comforts meant to make the journey easier. You won't find this printed on the menu because airlines want the illusion that everything must be paid for. But internal cruise surveys reveal something interesting. More than half of flight attendants admit they regularly offer free items to older passengers who request them kindly. You don't need tricks, you don't need to complain. You only need one simple line. Do you have any special refreshments for senior travelers today? Most cabin crew respond warmly because airline guidelines quietly encourage compassion. They just don't advertise it publicly. A polite request often earns you a snack, a drink, or at the very least, a moment of kindness that makes the flight feel human again. Those who ask, receive. Those who assume, miss out. The difference is one small question. 3. The last-minute trick almost no senior uses. Right before boarding begins, when everyone crowds around the gate and the announcements start, the airline system performs one final seating reshuffle. Cancellations come in, connections are missed, and suddenly a few premium seats, exit rows, or front row spots become available. This is the moment almost no traveler knows about. And here's the advantage. Gate agents can upgrade passengers over 60 during this final reshuffle, but only if they step forward and ask. Most people stay glued to their phones, unaware that the best opportunity of the entire trip is happening right behind the counter. But senior travelers who walk up at the right moment and politely say, "Are there any better seats available for senior passengers today?" often end up receiving extra legroom or a more comfortable seat for free. European airline reports show that nearly 60% of seniors who ask at the gate receive some kind of upgrade or improved seat, not because of luck, but because they approached the counter during the final adjustment window when agents can act freely. The worst they can say is no. The best they can say gives you a better seat, a better view, and a far more comfortable flight. Next time boarding begins, don't stay silent. Step forward and ask politely, and let the system work in your favor.
Number 2, hidden compensation and refund rules. Airlines hope you never discover. Flight delayed, canceled, or a missed connection leaving you stranded for hours? Most travelers just sigh, accept it, and move on. But for those over 60, the reality is very different.
You have more leverage than you realize. Airlines rely on one assumption, that you won't claim what's rightfully yours. Yet hidden deep in airline regulations lies a truth many never see. If your flight is delayed over 3 hours, canceled without proper notice, or results in a missed connection, you could be entitled to far more than a simple apology. We're talking full cash refunds, hotel accommodations, meal vouchers, airport transfers, and even complimentary rebooking on the next available flight. But here's the twist. That's just the legal minimum. Many airlines maintain unspoken senior flexibility policies, extra considerations that reward calm, respectful travelers over 60. Politely mention your age and explain your situation, and suddenly priority rebooking, VIP lounge access, or additional meal credits become available, far beyond the standard compensation. Airline agents have the authority, they just rarely offer it unless you ask. Nothing you request is a favor. It's already in the manual, hidden under terms like extra consideration or senior welfare. The moment you identify yourself as a senior traveler and clearly state your claim, that buried section comes to life. So the next time your flight is disrupted, don't linger at the information desk like everyone else. Head straight to the airline counter. Be calm, be firm, and say, "I'm a senior traveler seeking full compensation for this delay." Watch the tone change instantly. They know the rules, they just hoped you didn't. Number 1, the ultimate truth. Why airlines hide these perks. Now that you've uncovered the hidden services, secret seat upgrades, unspoken discounts, and quiet rights reserved for senior travelers, one question remains. Why are these benefits never advertised? The answer is simple: profit. Every unclaimed seat upgrade, unpaid refund, or unnoticed discount adds money to their bottom line. The entire travel industry quietly depends on travelers remaining uninformed. If every senior passenger demanded what they were entitled to, airports would need more staff, airlines would lose millions, and the illusion of standard treatment would crumble overnight. That's why these privileges are kept in the shadows, not because they're illegal, but because ignorance is profitable. Each hidden rule and quiet policy exists to benefit the savvy few who know to ask. Now that you know, you've unlocked the key. You understand how to find loopholes, ask the right questions, and claim what's yours. Next time you travel, you'll see airports not as chaotic machines, but as systems with hidden advantages for those who know where to look. The difference between stressed travelers and smart travelers isn't money. It's knowledge. And now that knowledge starts with you. So before your next flight, ask, verify, and claim. The best privileges aren't sold. They're hidden, waiting for someone bold enough to request them. If this guide opened your eyes, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Help another traveler save time, money, and frustration. And if you want more insider secrets airlines hope you never learn, make sure you're subscribed, because the next revelation might completely change the way you travel.